Peter Dellapena here with USA captain Sushil Nadkarni after the team's very hard defeat to Italy. You guys lose by 8 runs in the end here on the second day of the 2012 ICC World 2020 qualifier. Italy won the toss, decided to bat. You guys made 2 changes in the lineup for today. One of them was Ryan Corns. I understand he has a groin injury he picked up yesterday. The other one, Nauman Mustafa, sat out today. You had Stephen Taylor wicket-keeping, Galkan Rupnarine, and Abhimanyu Raja came in today. What was the reasoning behind leaving Nauman Mustafa out?
We wanted to get an opening juicy in the opening slot, really. And Stephen Taylor has performed extremely well as a wicket-keeper in the previous games, in the second warm-up game. So we felt that making that combination was the suitable thing to do right now, given who our best wicket-keeping option was and who our best opening options were.
Kind of had a wrench thrown into that plan, though, in the first or second over of the game in the field. Juicy was fielding at third man, went to chase after a ball, and pulled up. It looked like he hurt his hamstring. What is his injury status at the moment?
At the moment, it is unknown to me what the status is. I believe as of now, as we speak, they're probably looking at him and Ryan Corns to understand what the impact is to the rest of the games. So as of now, I can't comment on that.
What did that do in terms of your strategy? Juicy wound up coming in at number 9 because he was injured. Did that drastically affect your plan from the start of the day, or did you just adjust to it?
Well, what we quickly did was get Stephen Taylor to open again, and well, today it was very interesting that Steve was striking the ball really well at the start of the innings. So that's something he was not doing previously, and today when Juicy was slotted for that opening position and he wasn't able to come out and bat because of his injury, that Steve got that opportunity and looked like he was striking the ball really well.
Going back to the start of the game, Italy comes out. Yesterday they destroyed Oman by 9 wickets, and Michael Devenuto, who's got a lengthy first-class record in England and Australia. You guys run him out in the second over, and then the other danger man, Peter Petricola, Mohamed Gauss bowled him for 2 in the fourth over to put them at 16 for 2. What was the atmosphere like in the field at that point in time once you got those 2 key men out?
We were pretty intense in the field today. I thought, we did know that Michael and Petri were the danger guys for us, and having gotten them early on really pumped up the team.
Was there any sort of target you were hoping to restrict them to after the 15 over mark? You had them 89 for 5 after 15. Was there anything you had in mind in terms of holding them to a certain total?
Yeah, I mean, going into the game, we were looking at restricting them to a 150 odd total, not knowing what this wicket does. This is the first game of the tournament on this wicket, and considering we kept them to about 138, I think we did really well in the field. Coming back and trying to chase those runs, my wicket of the very first ball was quite unfortunate for the team, given the form I'm in right now. But the boys, I felt, came back well. This was a good opportunity for us to look at what the boys can do at a time when maybe I haven't put in a big contribution like in the last game. So I thought that the fact that we came within 10 runs of their total, unfortunately we didn't win, but the boys stepped up.
Elmore Hutchinson, in one of the warm-up games, came in at number 3 and I think scored 30 or 30 odd thereabouts at number 3. You fell first ball. Today you brought him in at number 3. Is Is he in kind of a roving kind of position where, depending on the state of the match, you might insert him as a pinch hitter, or was that predetermined that he was going to come in at number 3 today?
Yeah, it was kind of predetermined that he would bat at that position. We just want to be able to rotate the strike early on and have somebody in there, who can bat without fear of losing their wicket, so that we can get some momentum going in the first 6 overs. I feel like the games we've played so far, we haven't really capitalized off the first 6 overs, and basically we wanted to try and do that today.
You guys did a much better job of turning over the strike, I thought, today. Much fewer amount of dot balls over the course of the innings, but it seemed at key moments there were too many dot balls, and just at key moments there were some full tosses, especially late in the innings, and some deliveries that could have been scored off of that weren't. What are your thoughts on that, and do you feel the team lacks a little bit of confidence in some of these situations because they haven't had as much match practice as some of the other teams?
Well, I think it's a two or three things there. One is I thought, frankly, today that we lost wickets at the wrong time. We were stroking the ball well, we were turning over the strike pretty well, and just as it looked like we wanted that to happen for another 2 or 3 overs, we would lose a wicket. So that's one thing. The second part is the overall team experience. As you know, this is a new team. A lot of guys are playing at this level at the first time, and this is exactly the kind of situations that will help them kind of gain the much needed experience. The key is that we learn from these situations pretty quick, and we implement the what not to do's in the future games, and start coming through on the results.
Aditya Mishra looked like he was starting to find some form today. He scored 25 at just about a run a ball, and then Asif Khan also looked really solid out there, and for a moment it looked like he might take the team to victory. What are some of the other positives you feel came out of today's match besides the form of increasing of some of the batsmen?
No, I think the positives were exactly those. Asif today kind of proved that here's somebody that we were not exactly looking at as a middle-order batsman, but now there's somebody who can go in there and rotate the strike, keep it at run a ball, and some of the shots he hit were exquisite through the offside. So certainly now we'll be looking at him in a different light, I'm sure, moving forward for our plans. I thought Stephen Taylor was hitting the ball well early on. We'll be talking to him about some technical corrections that he should be looking to make, but that was a positive because that wasn't happening in the last 2 or 3 games. And I think overall the bowling and fielding aspects look good today. We're learning game to game, and I feel like we are improving pretty well.
You guys played in Namibia tomorrow. They upset Ireland yesterday. They look like could be one of the top teams in the group when it's all said and done. What is going to be the team's approach coming off today?
We played Namibia in a practice game, which was our second practice game, and we've got a sense for what they bring to the table. Frankly speaking, in this tournament, any game can be an upset game. The format of the 2020 is such that any team can beat any team, and so at this point, for us, we just have to go into each game thinking we can do well, and what I've talked to the team about is to focus on the basics. The basic and the fundamentals of playing 2020 cricket is a little new to the boys, and we're trying to get those mechanisms done right. The results will take care of itself, I feel.
All right, USA captain Sushil Nadkarni, thanks a lot.
Thanks.